This is One on One. We're here with Dominique Lee, who is our $50,000 winner, the Russ Berrie Award for making a difference. What did that feel like?
Very humbled in so many different ways. It felt very interesting, I'll put it that way.
Talk about the difference you're making every day in Newark with those school children.
So it's a team of us that are really trying to do what is necessary for give children an opportunity to be successful in life. So giving them a hope, that's the first thing, restoring hope. Giving them the tools to have success in their careers and their education. So it's a whole process.
And the biggest difference you're making in terms of how you've been creative to do that with your colleagues at Teach for America.
So we work with existing partners and we try to change public policy. So it's one thing to attack the issue within your classroom. It's one thing to do it at the school level, but we're now trying to do it as a system-wide process that will affect all children across Newark. So to basically take the learnings that we learned at the school level and taking that to the public policy realm.
One more quick question. What would you say to all those who are winners with you today and the folks at the Russ Berrie Foundation?
I say, let's stay humble to your mission. Believe in what you do. There will be hills and valleys that you have to go through, but always remember at the heart of what you're doing is the people that you serve. A servant's mentality is the best way to live your life, in my opinion.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Dominique, let me ask you this. The organization you created called BRIC, what does it stand for?
Building Responsible, Intelligent, Creative Kids.
Where'd you come up with that name?
We were actually in Ironbound in Newark, and there was a brick wall, and we said, let's call ourselves after the city, Brick City, and developed the acronym.
and the test scores in Newark, these were kids at what grade, reading at what grade?
No problem. So the schools that Avon, our first school that we assumed control over, was the lowest performing school in Newark and actually the second in the state. So you're talking about single digits in many of the grades of passing the state exam.
You said we took it over. Tell folks who say understand who we really are.
Yeah, so Dr. Janey at the time was the superintendent, and he gave us the ability, it was 6 of us, Teach for America alumni.
Of the schools?
Of the school. 6 Teach for America alumni came together, asked Dr. Janey to basically do a turnaround effort at Avon Avenue School, and that's BRIC, the organization.
Wasn't that scary?
It was scary, and it was a little naive of us to try to have the audacity of hope to think that we can actually do something different. And we have, right?
What kind of things did you really do to turn it around?
No problem. So one, we put hope back into the school. That's primary example. Quality teaching, making sure that the right teachers are in the right classrooms. Meeting the needs of the students academically and social and emotional. And those are 2 different needs, right? Because you have your academic needs and then you have your social and emotional needs, because many of our children live in an environment where toxic stress is a daily occurrence, right? So we as a school have to address this toxic stress that they're coming from every day.
A lot of these children are facing violence, drugs, lots of danger on the streets, and their home life tough.
Right. Yeah, unfortunately, in our neighborhood, 50% of our kids live on less than $10,000 coming into the household every single day.
How much? $10,000 every what?
Every year.
That's every year?
Yeah, $10,000 every year. 70% of our kids are in a single female head household. About 2/3 of our kids are in poverty. So a whole host of issues that children basically confront every day, which leads to this whole notion of toxic stress. It creates all types of issues around their health, their academic ability. Home life sometimes is not the best situation. So it's our responsibility to look at school not in an old traditional mindset, but how does the school basically wrap all these services necessary for the child to be successful.
One on One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One on One with Steve Adubato has been provided by Investors Bank, NJIT, New Jersey Institute of Technology, New Jersey Natural Gas, MD Advantage Insurance Company of New Jersey, New Jersey Sharing Network, Cone Resnick, and by the Russell Berrie Foundation. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.